Hello everyone. Welcome to Should You Take That Case Style Edition. Usually, our goal here, the goal of our show is to be a resource for legal professionals who pursue medically related cases by sharing their experiences and insights. But today, we share style and fashion insights with our very special guest, fashionista and my friend Janet Valenza, who is going to clue us in on our topic today, from classic to closet. I'm very excited. Well, first, let me introduce myself. I am your host, Lisa Wade, legal nurse consultant, owner of Wade Nurse Consultants. Think of us when you, attorneys, have those tons of medical records you need translated into normal human language, easily understood by judges and juries. I am also the creator of our wonderful LinkedIn private community, the Attorney Medical Record Resource Group. That's where we usually have all of our stellar attorney guests. That's where they come from. But today, I say I'm going to interview Janet Valenza. But before we get her out, I'm just going to ask everybody that is watching us to chime in over to the comment section and let us know who is here. If you're an attorney, put an A in that comment section. If you're a paralegal, put a P. If you are part of a wonderful group that I love, put a W. If you're part of Women Owned Law, and that is a wonderfully groundbreaking group that has been created to connect and advance women legal entrepreneurs. And visit us over at womenownedlaw.org if that sounds like something you can get behind. And now let me just thank everybody who's watching us live, catching us on the replay. Thanks for taking so much time out of your busy days to be with us. And now it's time to introduce our guest for today. Janet Valenza is president of Go Gracious, the women's clothing brand. The mission of Go Gracious is to make it easy for busy women to look and feel great. They are the creators of SimplySmartStyle, beginning virtually in your own closet to develop a versatile, functional wardrobe perfect for hybrid work schedules. The company has been in business over 20 years and have been featured in Women's Wear Daily, Allure Magazine, and Bloomingdale's. And now I bring to you Janet Valenza. Hey, Janet.
Hi, Lisa. How are you? So great to be here as always.
Oh, well, it's wonderful to have you. You're a sparkling, stellar personality, and we enjoy you here.
Oh, good. Good.
Well, you're going to talk to us today. Clue us in on from classic to closet. What do you have to share?
Well, this came about, Lisa, from a tour I gave last week, speaking of women-owned law, for 20 female attorneys at the FIT Museum in New York City. It was the Kings of Couture exhibit. And what we did there was look at classic items that would help us identify in our closets what our key items should be to start to build a simple wardrobe. So that's where the concept came from, classic to closet. And it really is a great way to educate and entertain people and explain really what we do in our SimplySmartStyle consultation, which is to identify 10 items, 5 outfits, and a shopping list of missing pieces for hybrid work schedules. So to make it easy to get dressed in the morning.
Well, it's sometimes we forget that history, fashion history is history. So I guess we can learn some wonderful nuggets of knowledge from that.
Yes, absolutely. And some people were surprised that a jacket from 75 years ago could still look good today. But that's the whole idea, like explaining to people how to identify what's going to work with a lot of different things for a lot of different occasions that may be in your closet right now. So we took this jacket, for example, and we broke it down into really three areas: the closure, the length, and the sleeve, to help people understand and analyze what actually is going to be versatile. So that's really the starting point of our consultation. Identifying, we call them key items. Key meaning you wear it all the time and you can wear it a lot of different ways.
That sounds good. I like to hear what has happened in the past and how it can relate to what I am doing right this minute inside my own closet.
Well, if you take a look at, we have a video now, and we have the examples in our social media on LinkedIn at JanVNYC. But I'm going to break it down for you now, just using the jacket that I'm wearing. So we looked first at the closure, okay? And a key item to remember, a closure means the buttons, the belt. This jacket happens to have a belt, but the jacket we were looking at had buttons. But the point is the same regardless. You want to be able to create a shape beginning right here. So if you have buttons, the first button should be here or higher, not down here, because if it's really low and the button starts really low, you're not creating that beautiful feminine shape. So the first button should be here or higher on a jacket. Have you ever thought about that?
I thought about it yesterday. I think my button was too low. It was like waist level, and I noticed it was kind of flapping open a little bit and maybe not as flattering in some positions. So yes, I noticed it yesterday.
Okay, so that was a key takeaway, that we used this classic item, which had 3 buttons, even beginning above that area, but created a beautiful shape for the jacket. The next thing is the length of the jacket. So this jacket was a high hip length. So in case you don't know what length that is, I can show you here. It's, this is the high hip, it's where your hip bone is. And this jacket that I'm wearing today is just maybe an inch or so below it. So this is a relatively short jacket, as was the jacket in the exhibit. And that particular length is great for a petite woman, because anything longer has a good chance, not always, but a good chance to overwhelm and just be too much, and for that person who's very small. So the length of a jacket versus your body and is very important. So we took a look at the length. So when you're looking in your closet for those simple items, for those key items to create a simple wardrobe, you want to, and maybe you have, like, some people have 25 jackets, or maybe if you have 50 jackets. When you're looking for those that are going to be able to be worn the most in a stylish manner, you want to think about the length. You want to look at the length in these jackets and see if you think it's the right length for your body type. So if you're petite, high hip, shorter jacket is a good rule of thumb. Does that make sense?
It makes good sense. Thank you.
Sure. And we're going to look at all body types as we go along, using examples for all different body types. And then the third thing to think about when you're evaluating it is the sleeve. Okay. Now I happen to have, this is a kimono style jacket. So this is an open big sleeve, which is not the most versatile, because if I have to put a coat on top of it, it's going to be smashed and awkward. And secondly, in the winter or cool days, it's going to be chilly. My arm is going to come out. Even if I have a t-shirt on, it's not going to create the greatest amount of warmth. So therefore, it's a little bit more limited, right? A classic sleeve that's full length is much more wearable in all kinds of weather. So again, when you're looking at those 25 to 50 jackets to identify key items, you want to think about, is this a classic sleeve that I can wear in the most comfortably in the most amount of weather conditions? The sleeve on the jacket we looked at was a 3/4 sleeve, which is a beautiful sleeve in the springtime. But again, it's limited wearability because you're not going to be able to wear that length sleeve all year round. So when you're looking at your jackets, these 3 items, the closure, the length, and the sleeve, are very important elements to consider.
Okay. I like it. That's good information, Janet. I'm so glad. Well, we're going to have time for a little Q&A. So if somebody has something to ask Janet, you can ask it now, or we're going to put her contact information in the chat and ask her at a later time. Does that sound good?
That sounds great. That sounds great. And I'll also mention that of the 20 women that came, over half of them gave me great reviews. And one of them, in fact, said, I really wish you would have talked about more examples of key items because it was so helpful. Your tour should have been longer. People don't often say that. So that made me feel really great. I mean, in general, not to me, but in general. And we're looking at doing some more. We have a couple of other groups interested, and you'll hear more information. And I hope you can join us on a future tour.
I hope so too. It sounds wonderful. I like a little history lesson. I enjoy that. So, and it sounds like this was packed full of history and good ideas for my own personal closet.
Indeed. Yes.
All right. Well, now it is time for a little teeny sponsor break before we break out to your questions, a little Q&A. And I will be right back to you, Janet, after I let people know a little bit about what we do here at Wade Nurse Consultants. All right. Now, at Wade Nurse Consultants, without a review and summary of the medical records, it could be harder for you attorneys out there, personal injury, medical malpractice attorneys, to know if you should take some of those medical cases that come across your desk. And here at Wade Nurse Consultants, we give you attorneys a 1 to 2 page synopsis and opinion regarding the merits of those cases, by using my 30 plus years of nursing experience to make quick work of those medical case screenings. So if you're watching this and you have a backlog of those case screenings on your desk, here's what you need to do. Right now, we're offering a free 20-minute medical record strategy call to help you hone an efficient, timely, and cost-effective routine around your medical cases. Find in the comments section the link to schedule that chat, schedule that call. And now let's get back to Janet and a little Q&A. Janet, let's see. Do we have any questions at the moment? I don't see any at the moment, but I'm going to put your contact information inside of this chat so people who are catching us on the replay can reach out to you and get those questions answered. All right. Any other nuggets that you have for us today, Janet? Oh, I'm putting your contact information right now. So any other wonderful nuggets of information you have for us today?
I just would encourage everyone who, we're all coming out of lockdown. So whether your weight fluctuated, you have too many clothes, your clothes look too formal now that everything's gone so casual, or you're just puzzled because you've been in sweatpants for 2 years, we can help. And you can use some of the tips that I explained today to get started on your own in choosing, let's say, the best of your 25 jackets to get started. And I'm here to help. Reach out to me, the SimplySmartStyle consultation. Once again, 10 items, 10 key items, 5 outfits, and a shopping list of missing pieces. It's great.
Oh, it's wonderful having you here, Janet. And it was good to hear about from classic to closet. And I hope to be talking to you again soon. Anybody out there that has questions for Janet, you'll find her contact information in the comments section. Reach out to her anytime. And tune in. And if you have any of those legal nurse consulting questions, reach out to me, Lisa at wadenurseconsulting.com. And we'll catch you next time for a brand new episode of Should You Take That Case Style Edition. See you next time, Janet.
Likewise. Can't wait to see you again, Lisa. Bye.
Bye.